Welcome. Another Wednesday. And boy, it's a hot one. 24 degrees over here. I'm wondering why I'm doing actually inside, but it is what it is. I need to do it. I like to do it and I miss doing it actually through the week. So yeah, let's go by Bitcoin. It's been quite slow lately, but there is some build up potential. Let's see how we're gonna take care of that. We had some quite sell-offs, couple days already straight. Doesn't look like interesting, but things might happen. I'll have a look on that one in a second as well. And I have some alts as well that I'm gonna go by. Let's see how they perform and what they did in a couple days. So far, the only thing is I have a little bit pain in the ass because of the trading light. My favorite platform, it's broken, and from the week already it doesn't work like it should work, and I'm considering to get rid of it. But it is what it is. There are different platforms to have a heat map. I kind of like it. I like the order flows, order blocks, everything to see what people are doing, how they react to it. I'm not trading from it. I'm just interested in the way how they do it and what they do. Anyway, let's jump into Bitcoin. I'm gonna start with monthly, just because it is the last day of April and May will start. So we have a monthly close today. Quite interesting. One of the most powerful levels to keep in mind as well. So that might take off in two ways right now. We still seriously struggling with the yearly open level. We are flirting around it. Technically, what we are seeing right now is a bearish backtest of that level. Again, secondary, like from this level, from this point, we doing it again. Let's see if we're gonna hold it. By that means we're gonna close above it and we have a continuation. That's all fine, but we still have a resistance over here. So things may happen. That's what I'm looking for. Actually, that it will go higher. I would like to go that it go higher to get that resistance. If not, then we will have like the struggle of coming back, retest, go again, fail, and then do that. So we will have like a little bit more time to do this kind of structure eventually, but this is what it is. Let's have a look at weekly, because that one been as well that new close this week. It's been a little bit higher. I have a feeling it's a little bit a sneaky close, but it is what it is. It's a higher close from the level what's been open. That's fine. Only thing is we still bearish in backtest the whole previous structure of the swing. That's what's worrying me. We are not able to even go higher than December level. So that says already enough how much resistance is over here and how much we're struggling with it. So flip that, then you will carry on to the downside. Do this constantly, then you might fail like we did over here, right? So that's the whole thing about it. Like resistance is fine till you're gonna break it and trade it above the resistance, so you're gonna flip it into the support. Trading inside or below the resistance, it's a struggle. Always gonna be a struggle. Same like when you're gonna look at the heat map. Let me try to show that as well for a second. Screen, and yeah, I'm gonna stream that. Now you can see the order flow if it's right. Yeah, you can order books. So yeah, this is the resistance what we are keep bouncing from constantly since what's that, 29, 2 days almost, something like that, a little bit more. Let's see on the 1 hour. It's been from 25th, yeah, so for kind of 8 days we are struggling with it to break it. We've been quite close to have a higher close on the body. We didn't do it and we're still failing it. So yeah, it is what it is. We're gonna fail that till they're gonna pull it, or we're gonna eat it through and just continue gain it and continue having move ups. Right, so far today movement been quite aggressive to the downside. 1 hour close. we close below that structure, but we're holding the whole swing still. So we might have another attempt to it. It's been already so many times. I'm having really lost faith in it that we will gain anything of it. But if that happens, that's going to be an aggressive move. And boy, oh boy, that's going to be a big one. Maybe we're waiting for the monthly close as well for it. That might be that they keep the price intact, that we're not going to go higher. All possible. But let's see how that's going to play out in a couple of hours from now. I guess it's going to be 8. Yeah, exactly 8 hours. My time is 2 o'clock in the night, to be honest with you guys. So yeah, so far the high time frame. Let's go to the daily. That one I mentioned as well last time. We start to curve a little bit on that level. So the high we had, we start to break down, and on the low time we start to close below the structure. Kind of weakness it shows. It's still nothing to compare that we're gonna go and close below the yearly. So that means the 92, yeah, 92 and a half, I guess, price action. So till that, we kind of doing it sideways. And yeah, might do it for a long time, or a couple days, or a week maybe. Who knows how they're gonna play it. There are a lot of how you call it, a lot of news and rates and numbers are coming into the market this week, so it's kind of a volatile one. I don't look like that on the lower time frame. It is. So yeah, keep in mind that I'm not really like fully trading right this price action just because it's boring. And I'm already in like some shorts, I'm already in some longs, so for me it doesn't matter which way it goes. I'm just waiting, like I want to have the low or the high from it, and then I'm gonna take the trade. So far middling. It is a middling action because right now this is you high, this is you low, you are middling. I mentioned as well to some people that I'm considering that this price action been a little bit too aggressive, and the way that's why we are struggling over here, that we are not supposed to be here, but it is what it is. Yeah, so far if you're gonna break down to the downside, next level that I'm really considering is again March, previous weekly. Didn't been tested yet on a higher time frame, so yeah, I'm kind of looking for this price action. If so, we will have a bearish backtest from the yearly and continue to the downside, then this not gonna hold anymore. We will create a new low or higher low or whatever over here, and then we will try to go again to the up and take the resistance. That, in my opinion, to be honest with you, will be to do first this and then this, then opposite side. Because if we go straight to the upside, right over here, and we fail that, that means on the higher time frame we create a lower high. Then that means this might not even hold. But it is what it is. We will see what the market will do and how they're gonna play it. It will hold Q2. Not really Q2. I'm more it will hold the weekly, because weekly didn't been tested. Q2, it's been quite been already tested. We've been already through that. We make the low, we came up, we flipped that in the support, and we're holding it right now, because over here that was the flip on the higher time frame, right? We didn't fail that after the first fail, so we flipped that. Right now the only thing was to the downside. March I'm not considering it because we've been already so many times above it and below that. The weekly, previous weekly didn't been tested because we went from the weekly open straight up. We didn't came down and tested on the higher time frame. That's why I'm considering that as a bounce. Maybe wick into it. It's all possible still, because there is a lot of liquidity below that. Oh, let me change that into the levels. It's gonna be more obvious. Okay, not on the daily, but on the 4-hour it is. Anyway, we still need to go to the 4 hours. So there it is, this pocket over here, kind of I mean, the whole price action over here, the whole levels, all liquidity over here, it's so appealing that it's crazy we're gonna leave it behind, right? bounce from it, like look how thick it is already, so wick into it and bounce from it, possible, 100%. Going lower, I mean, those two pockets, I mean, that, not the one below, but this pocket is considering I'm bounce from it, so we might even do something like this, right? Wick, and then do that, right? That this is gonna be your high low, right? So yeah, not might, it's all possible. Still, let's see how we're gonna do it in a couple days. So we're gonna have in 1 minute 4-hour close. That means we didn't had that means we're gonna close below the daily open. First thing first, that's already a weak sign of weakness in the market. Then you close below the low time frame structure, that's that one. So you start kind of on the lower time frame. I'm not saying on the high time frame, because high time frame is this area and this area, start to change a little bit of the structure, right? You start to break it. It's not considering yet as a failure of the whole structure, because this is your high, right? This is your previous low, this is your higher low, and technically this is your lower high, right? So we still facing it as continuation to of the grind. Right now we have the closed, 4-hour close right now, we definitely have it, and let's see how that's gonna turn out. Closing now with this candle going still continue to the downside is still possible. Why? Because we failed the daily, we could come back, retest it and gain it, right? We could do something like this still, it's all possible, or we could do this, right? Just because we didn't hold the daily. That's the whole first and always first area to look at it. Are we holding or failing the daily? Why? Daily happening every single day in through the week. So that level comes quite often. So that's why it's always the first one who comes to be tested or not, or failed. Then you have the weekly, then you have the monthly. That's the priority of the levels. And it's going from like kind of a strong, mid-strong, and then the monthly it's really strong. Yearly it's like next level, but that happens once a year, right? So low time frame, we are starting to break some things again. We did it kind of ish over here, and we're doing it again. The moves what we had are a little bit hectic in my opinion, just because like this is still resistance, and what do? Grind down, spike up, right? Aggressive down movement, ground, down, again and again. Like you can see exactly that they try to break this level, right? It's boring that they can do that after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attempts already. So who says that the 7th one's gonna be the break one? Likely. But there is a reason as well that I want to show you this, because people are asking me like, how do you take trade 4-hour charts as well? Literally, they give you guys 7 attempts to short this and take profits. Why? And this is as well the reason that I want to show you guys how powerful a serious 4-hour swings level are. And this is not a joke. Like, this is your high, swing of the high, this is your low, this is your midpoint, right? Look at this range. Yes, technically you're trading in the upside, right? But you are failing the top. So what's obvious to do right here? Because over here you had 1, 2, and maybe now 3 longs. But opposite of that, you had, not counting this, but counting this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 maybe shorts, however you want to play it. And the best part of it is, and I literally did that as well on on my trading. Look at your risk. If that's not worth it to take, then I don't know what to tell you anymore. That's how you trade it. That's how I trade swings 4-hour swing levels. My wick, previous wick, is going to be always my stop loss, a little bit above, front run it, right? And just take it. You can see literally how accurate it came into the swing points, right? And that's as well the highest close, body close what you had. You've been once, I really thought that we will go higher, but it's a sneaky close, eventually it's a fake out, right? After that candle, magnificent candle down to the downside, it was confirmed. Oh, let me switch my phone. Confirmed that this was a fake out, and we did it again, and again, and again. And look what we're doing right now, right? So, I mean, if you leave 2.5% on the table, then be my guest, but it's still possible to trade both ways, right? Because you still could be in a long from here. You can be this, you can long this, short this, still possible, and take both sides. Technically what we're doing right now, if this is your whole range, right, this is your low and this is your high and this is your midpoint, we are trading on the top of it. Right now, technically, we close the 4-hour below the mid-range, right? If you continue doing that, then we start to fail and we're gonna met the lower range of it. And then it's only the question like what we're gonna do. Because the thing is, this is your low, right? If this is your low, we need to close above that to have a continuation higher. In any case, close below, then you close below your first and the only low what you have. And then you meet the weekly, because there is nothing else that you're gonna hold in between. This is your point of interest, right? Of having the biggest swing or which direction Bitcoin might go. So far, right now, we are middling in the side of the range, and we are struggling to take a high of it, to close above it even. And that's the whole deal. We are struggling to take even this liquidity. We are struggling to get to close to the December. We are struggling to make any highs from it. So right now, it looks kind of weak on the 4-hour already, right? If we're gonna have the continuation right now to the downside, then yes. Because like mentioned today as well, most of the times when, for example, the hodlbot get stopped out, this has been mentioned as well on the market update, what Zeus was doing, because I helped him to mention that. What we always do with that, we have, most of the times we have 2 point something continuation. So imagine we're gonna go lower even at that wick, that's fine, but the body close is gonna be below this, then it's done. Then the only thing what waits for us, it's a retest, bearish, and you have a continuation, right? And so far, we taking the 150x's to the downside constantly, and not to the upside. But there is one but. Yes, we are struggling with this. Technically, on the 4-hour, on the wicks, this is your low, this is your higher low, and this is your higher low as well. What do we do over here with this move? What can be done as well, right? In the day or two, we still do this. It's a squeeze. Why do we do that? Just to trap both ways, longs and shorts. Trap so much people as possible over here to wreck them, and then you have the continuation of that. That means most of the times it's to the upside, but still it can do both. That doesn't matter which side it is. Right? Makes sense? Remember that the body close are always more important than the wicks, but the wicks telling you how deep you went or how high you went, right? But technically, if you even go 1 hour, it will show you that, guess if it loads, yeah, see? You did already a lower high from that swing. Yes, we did a couple times already, right? And this is already the third higher low. So we close low, higher lows often than we close the lower highs. on 1 hour, right? This is 1 hour structure that change quite often. To be honest, we are starting, this is quite obvious that we are in the range and it's volatile as heck, right? We are facing to the downside a little bit, and right now, what did we do on 1 hour so far, right? With this open and close, we came lower, we close higher low, that's fine, but what do we do right now with that pullback? Bearish backtest the daily, right? Fail that, then you have a continuation. Gain that, then you go higher. That's your point of interest, constantly, every single day. That's your first point of interest. Then it comes the weekly as the second one. Make sense a little bit? I hope so. And now as well, the daily. And there is a reason for the daily, the 4 hour. There is a reason why I'm using RSI as well on top of the Wave Master. Because looking at the Wave Master, right, if you look at this only, you would assume that we are already like bottoming, right? The grading, the colors and everything, okay, except the crosses, because those are quite new in my trading strategy. I just want to see how they play out. But still, you would say kind of is that we are bottoming, but we would still have strength to the downside because RSI is almost kind of age middling, right? And yes, if you're gonna zoom in on the oscillator, then it might be a little bit below that, but we still have room to go lower, right? So make sure you pay attention to that and you don't assume too quick that we are already somewhere that we're not. Hello, Firewoods. You're gonna be always Firewoods for me. This name, what you choose, it doesn't stick with me. So that's one. I want to mention something else as well. No, not that one. Yeah, like I said, on the market update, Hodlbot sold. We might have a continuation to the downside. It's not the way to counter it. I'm not using Hodlbot, like I said already so many times. I'm using it just to see how it behaves. And sometimes it helps me as well, like to counter trade it as well. But I like to see what it does, what it thinks to do, and how it behaves in the market. It's just extra confirmation for me to look at it. Nothing else. But I've been mentioning this already 2 times on the update market. And for me, it was already significant. This is as well kind of age that shows you how diverse we are and how I don't want to use manipulation that it isn't at all, but how the market it moves and why it does it. So over here, you don't see anyone stepping in to push the price higher, right? The price went higher purely only to trap and to grab the liquidity. But look at the build up from the upside, right? That says for me, I'm using as well as a resistance, because we are creating now more resistance than we are creating more upside movement. That's the thing as well. Like if we start losing this, closing anything below that, coming back and retest this, then this is only free way to go lower. See this? If you see this kind of low volume data in it, it's a free ride. Nothing else. Nothing else to add. There's not gonna be nothing that's gonna stop you. This is the first stop after the dump over here, because that's your point of interest. A stack of millions of billions of liquidity on it. We might have a bounce from it, significant as well. So yeah, and over here, I'm not sure we're gonna go, but I will be surprised. I like to be surprised about the market movements. So yeah, that's the whole idea, that I'm really thinking that this struggle might take us a little bit lower as well, right? Because if we didn't take this in like already 4 or 5 days, boy, the struggle is real, in my opinion. It's still, have been lovely to be surprised. But then on the other hand, like if you zoom out, right? Let me switch off some things. If you zoom out, which of these boxes would be appealing to you to take? If you would be the market maker, which one would you do? Obviously where the money is. So far, yeah, there is some over here, but what about this? That's how I'm kind of like thinking as well about it. And I like to use the I mean, I starting using it and people are like starting to copy me about that flow market index indicator. I love it. It's quite good indication as well. Every single I mean, you can set it on day, on a 4 hour or whatever to see what's the change, where is the money flowing into it. It's quite accurate as well. And on top of that, this is just for the 4 hour that I'm using. On top of that, I'm using the ecosystem. I show the guys that as well, how I set it up. And so this is like literally for the ecosystems, right? The most important ones. The AI, I didn't edit yet because it's quite of wishy-washy still. It might be a little bit more on the next run. But so far, I'm using this. And the funny part of this, the ecosystem is quite accurate on the higher time frame. So starting from 1 hour. Okay. And there you go. Like you can see like 65% is on the side still. Bitcoin is only 50%, right? And so it's funny that they didn't count the USDC, but how much they want to push it into the AU. So yeah, it's when you look at that on the high time frame, we just had the 4 hours, but like, look at that, like still, if the most money is on the side, like, I mean, what's the point to go even higher? I guess, I don't know, right? Look at that. This is crazy on the weekly, like how separated it is. And you can, this is like quite funny as well to go by in a history and see how it behaves. Like we are right now like below around the 1.7, right? And we're doing this move, okay? But look at this. We've been with the Bitcoin, we've been at 63%, and we did this move, right? So look at the flip on it over here as well. This is the flip, right? So yeah, it's quite interesting to look at it. Not to take any trades from it, but just to have a more inside information, what's going on and where is the money, because that's what we need to know, where the money is. That's what we are trading, right? So that's why it's quite interesting to have that on the side and just to be more interesting into the money flow, right? It's a low key information. You can deep dive it on different kind of platforms, for example CoinGlass, right? That's going like a little bit more in depth and more exercise. But if you want to be like low key and keep your eyes on the charts only, then yeah, this is the go. And it's really good and it's really fun to do it, to use it. And that's why I have here always three. This is my main trading chart, but three fundamentals. So this is my order bot to keep an eye what it's doing. Then I have the whole metrics bundle together. I look at it 1-2 times maybe per day to see what's going on. And that gives me already kind of an idea how we can trade this day and where we can go. Because like you already see, like everything's going to the downside, right? So if this follows, we might have the dump and then we might turn around and have the pump of it, right? Logically thinking. It doesn't need to be happening straight ahead, but if you think about it and then how it shows you, right? If this flips, so stablecoin USDT is going down, what's going up? The rest, right? So where is market going then, right? So this is going first, right, with the stablecoins. Then we have the bounce. That this gonna be flipping, and this as well, and this as well. It's maybe a little bit easy to see to the eye, but it is how your brain works, right? You're not gonna, I mean, right now, if you see this kind of price action, there's no point to long this, right? Because it's not really showing you anything to long yet. I hope it makes a little bit sense to you guys because I can yap around. So yeah, that's kind of the price action what I'm looking for. Like right now, the only thing which you really interest into it, I mean, we failed the daily already, and we are failing the weekly. So the only thing what you want to see is if you go close lower, any close over here, and it's above of lower. If you have the 4-hour swing, this is your 4-hour swing, the low 4-hour swing, because you still have a high of it. I didn't even mark it because I'm not interested in that. I'm interested only in the low. I want to see any close above this structure. That will confirm any kind of direction in the next couple days. And that's all. This is the range. The 4-hour swing never lies. And look at that price action over here. It was perfect. I took some shorts. I'm still in the short, and I'm still in couple alt shorts. But I'm still longing from the downside. It's all good. You still can do the both ways, but still, make sure you keep an eye on the close on the bodies, because that's really important, right? And yeah, you still have you can have fake outs and everything around, but anyway, most of the times you will be right on it. And like I said, like, I mean, what's the issue to not to take this trade, right? Like, if this is your risk management, like, fucking hell, it doesn't get better, right? For 2.6%, 2 times, right? So yeah. Not straight ahead that you short the loss of the yearly. I mean, what matters is the close, right? You still, what we're doing right now, we close everything below every single level, right? Now, the previous this daily today, we close it below, and we are continuing. We're closing about below the mid range already. Now we are facing the weekly, right? Again, still closing this. I will not short this straight ahead, because still you might do this, right? Always short the retest or bearish backtest or the bullish backtest, right? And then what you can do is long or short even this, right? Fail or gain of this level. Because if you're gonna, for example, right, you say short, yearly show. The thing is, what bothers me, where it's gonna be your stop loss when you want to short this. Instead, if we're gonna have, for example, close above this level, right, you still can have really nice short, really nice long from this low, 0.7%. It's still good, right? So I will wait more for to be around the low of the swing, and finally get maybe any reaction from it, instead of jumping into this. Scalping, that's different. If you go to 1 minute and you see any kind of short in it, then yes, eventually that's fine. But on a lower time frame, there is no point to short or long the mid range, because that can go both ways. Okay, let me go and see what some of the alts are doing. Because like I mentioned, Igor's gonna stream after me. He's gonna have a quick stream, a quickie after me. Okay, S. I mentioned that one as well to my student, because one of my students was shorting shorting this, and he didn't cut the long eventually. Wait, my music stops. Why? Okay. So yeah, for now, quite nice bounce from it. The Q2, let's see if we're gonna hold it and have a continuation. Hi, hello, yeah, nice. Into the pocket. Almost to the 4-hour low of it, but still quite nice. So that was really a nice move. And yeah, that's why I'm really facing it. Like, it might grind up to the 0.6 and then have a bigger failure of it. But let's see how that's gonna play out. But so far, it's a nice trending move. for the people who are trading S. Then injective. This one, I kind of favoring it to watch it, the behavior of it, because so far we're doing exact the same structure what we are doing over here. So any failure, we might form this again over here, but even then we're not gonna break anything yet, so that's all good. But yeah, injective was, it's quite strong holding the positions and facing it more to the downside instead of struggling into the resistance like Bitcoin, for example, is doing. But that one is a slow mover, but it's a gainer, a really good one. So that one is my favorite. This kind of 8.5 is my line in the sand. I really want to see any reaction of it. If so, then the low of the another higher low from this will be really nice for the continuation. So yeah, eventually we didn't gain this structure, but we still gained the whole previous lower structure actually. So yeah, it's still good. For now, if you're not gonna lose anything lower than 6, then it's all fine. I hope not. But yeah, it really needs some up movement, because that one been quite bashing to the downside. I caught some of it, but not everything. But it's up for some good movements eventually. So, and I want to give it to her as well. It's a good one. But so far, we are looking for some support, and that's not gonna be here right now. Maybe Q2, maybe 8.5. Let's see. Hype, my second favorite. That one did actually quite the same thing as Bitcoin. It was struggling as well with the resistance twice already. Came back to the exact same point, and I had that short, but I took it quite aggressively. So I came out of it somewhere over here, I guess. Yeah, yeah, this position, because I thought it's gonna turn around on me. And now I'm again shorting it twice already. So yeah, it's been good. It's favoring. It's, like I said, it's in the resistance, quite big resistance. That's the daily resistance as well on it. So I'm really facing it. It might go lower even, just because it broke the structure on the 1 hour, not on the 4 hour yet. Yes, we've been lower, but body-wise, we didn't broke it yet. So that's the only thing what's holding us is the weekly. So I'm assuming we're gonna have any kind of retest of it. You know, it might happen even like this. Like this might even kill the whole resistance structure. So yeah, that might happen. Eventually the second test of it, but who knows? We might go even lower. And then if we're gonna go lower, then I'm facing 15 bucks. That's what I'm preferring to see. To be honest, okay, just a quick answer your question. If I'm looking at the wave master before I'm taking a short, yes and no. For me, this is my setup. Swings, right? Oh fucking hell, swing points. So literally, this is my line when I'm looking at it, and I know that my stop loss is gonna be here already. Like if this is gonna be my stop loss, and I'm already taking the short on it, right? So it's not really the point. Like, I mean, a half 0.5 risk, like it's nothing. So I'm not worried about that much. And to be honest, this doesn't say much. Technically, this say even the opposite, that it might go higher, right? You had the trend change and everything, and it looks like we might go higher. So I will, if I will look at this, I will not pull the trigger on the 4 hour, right? So for me, swing points. Failing the swing points, I'm fucking pulling the trigger. And if I have even I'm already on that kind of position, that 0.5% risk, I don't bother even to look at different else. I'm taking the short, and how it plays, because 0.5 is kind of is not much, even if it's like on fucking higher leverage, whatever. So yeah, I'm taking it always. That's what I'm aiming for. As tight as possible, risk management, all fine. I'm taking the swing. If I'm gonna look for opposite trade, then yeah, I will consider to deep dive into the oscillator, maybe different indicators as well as an ALGO master, right? Because if I will wait as well, if this is gonna hit again the band, then eventually I will miss out on those shorts as well. So there is a little bit from both sides. Sometimes I'm just listening to my gut, and yeah, I'm pulling the trigger on 0.5. Like, doesn't matter. But yeah, I took already some profit, so I'm already 70% still in. The 4 hour, or do you look at the low time frame as well? No, I mean, if I will look on the low time frame, we're gonna go closer to this price action, right? Because it's a quite significant move to the downside. But this over here, I didn't look. I didn't bother on the Bitcoin on 0.5 risk management. But yeah, in a daily basis, I will go to, for example, 5 minute and see how the structure is forming, and then maybe adjust my risk management even lower to the structure what is over there. But I didn't bother with Bitcoin on the 0.5%. But most of the times, yes, I'm going to the lower time frame and looking for like tight as possible risk management. But that's how it should be, right? That's how should everyone go and see if there is potential to have tighter stop loss, because there's no point to losing too much money on it, right? On alts, I will always consider that, always. And even then, I'm always considering the indicators oscillated, because they are on steroids and they can move like fucking so quick, and they can do so really weird things. So yeah, I'm always careful with alts a little bit. So yeah, Sui, it's a special one because it had a 4 hour breakout of the whole structure. So I didn't expect that, actually, to be honest. I really thought will go a little bit higher after that high, but yeah, I mean the oscillators they are quite facing it to the side, to the downside already. So we might see some pullback maybe to March and then bounce higher, because that one is so already hyped and everybody's all about it. So yeah, this might be the way. If we go lower, then I mean it doesn't matter still, right? If you're not gonna break below the Q2, all fine. You can long the everything what's coming in front of that. So that's gonna be all fine. I'm not worried about Sui, because that's one is gonna be skyrocketing definitely. So yeah, but it's still nice. I assume it's gonna go to February, but yeah, it is what it is. It's still fine. It was really good call as well on it. Yeah, so far nice. Solana. Yeah, that one broke some structure as well. Facing the support, that's fine. Let's see if we're gonna hold it. Previous weekly been test, yeah, kind of ish tested. Yeah, weekly in September. Just look for those levels if you're gonna hold those one. That will be really nice for Solana to have a continuation, right? And gain anything higher. Because if you start failing September, then it's a weird one. Because I'm not sure if the Q2 will even hold it, because that pin already tested quite significant as well on it. That's why I said, like, I want to see September hold and then fucking smash the button and go for it, because that one has as well big potential, and it's quite popular right now in the market. So yeah, that. And there is one more. Tia, yeah, same shit, finding some support, failing the weekly, then yeah. I really want to see it gain something bigger positions, some bigger time frames on it, but so far it's struggling as well. Yes, we had a good move. Yes, we gained something, but let's see. I hope it's gonna hold weekly. I really hope. It looks like on the higher time frame, so it will be nice to have it. And then the Fightcoin. Hey, Orca. Yeah, no worries, man. No worries. It's recorded and it's gonna be uploaded as well. No worries. But you are not too late for Eagles' stream after my, so happy you. Yeah, that one is crazy. There's nothing bad to say about it. It's fucking stepping higher and higher constantly, and it will go. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. Not worried to lose anything. It basically test perfectly. It flipped the yearly over here. It did the support. It have a higher high. Didn't close higher, but I'm not even concerned about that because the whole structure is so strong. So yeah, it continues and it will continue till you're gonna see any failures on it. And even this resistance over here, it will be broken. It will flip that, of course, definitely. I don't see this going lower in any case. It's way too big and it's way too strong. So yeah, that's good. Funny that Fart is doing better than Eve, but it is what it is. Like I said, like the line what I put it over here is from like week or something or 2 weeks already. Struggling as fuck with it. Yes, we had a higher close. Yes, we had a higher candle and wick on it. But so far, let's see how we're gonna retest the previous weekly, and if that's gonna happen. If we're gonna have a continuation higher or not. Because any failure right now, going lower, and close anything below. I'm stretching this already below the 175. Yeah. Maybe not previous weekly, but definitely something over here to hold any kind of structure. Just remember I watched your last season session on YouTube and the audio is really low. How to turn everything up max here? Really? That's weird because I always rewatch my sessions and in my side it sounds good, but that's weird. I will have a look on different PC today. How that sounds on the different accounts as well. Okay, thanks man. Thanks for the heads up. Thanks. I didn't realize and nobody told me that before, so yeah. I will have a look on that one. But did you yeah, on YouTube. Yeah, then it's fine. Okay. No. Clear. So yeah, all right. One more. It's been a long time I watched this. Yeah, this is as well like thing with alts. You're doing a higher high on the wick, that's fine, but your close is way lower, and you keep closing it lower. So that's already like a little bit on the red flag on me, but there is still potential to hold this or even this. Oh yeah, you still can do a Q2. So, you know, you have still 3 positions to go from it. So yeah, that's if you hold the Q2, that's all fine. Fail that, you still have some support and you still can have some levels on it. But the only thing what I want to see is then the Q2 hold right after that, after this week, because that week, the only thing what that week says you, it was a leg grab, quite significant as well. Yeah, maybe it wasn't that much on it, but still it had some leg grab. But funny enough, it forms a little bit more liquidity as well going down. Most of the times you have that zone after this week, but it's good. Then it's good. Yeah. Gain hold Q2, hold Q2 and gain back your weekly. This is gonna be all and dandy because right now you one of the few that is holding daily as well. So yeah. Well, eventually fail that, then yeah, Q2 is on the table because there's not much to holding you because you break the structure to the downside. Quite significant. Okay. Hope it's clear. Let's have a back on Bitcoin, see what's doing. Yeah, still the move. 1 hour. I guess that was the weekly, right? What I said. No, daily. Yeah. So we're still holding the weekly, and we are facing out bearishly daily. So yeah, any flip of the daily right now, it's your sign which way we're gonna go. Gain daily, you will go higher, and you go have another attempt for the resistance and the orders what's above us. Fail the daily, then yeah, we will go lower eventually. That's the whole thing, and the most important, monthly close, guys. That's the key level today. to watch out for it and see how that's gonna behave. Definitely how it's gonna form, where we're gonna close. We might close above the yearly as well. That's, I mean, yeah, I will not be surprised if they will do that. And so gonna be all fine. But even then, you still can have a fake outs or retest, right? So imagine close over here, right? So yes, you can go in one go. Yes, that's still possible, and take this. Or you have a pullback and then you have a continuation, right? Just to close the gap of that candle. It's all possible. Always both ways. So, but it will be interesting, that's for sure. Daily close, yeah, it's significant, but everything below the yearly, it's shit. Close that, then it should hold that. You might have a strength to pick it up and grind it to the upside, same as we did over here. This area, we might do it again, right? It's all possible to do a 3 ways step up, right? So wait, 1, 2, 3, and then, right, all possible. But yeah, this is what it is. Daily it's already quite turning around. I don't know, maybe 2 more closes and then you have a significant go from it. But the monthly is now the most important to watch out for it. Anyway, I'm gonna, yeah, that's all what I wanted to talk about. I'm gonna bounce just because I promised Eagle that I'm gonna keep it short and he's gonna be after me so he can do his own stream about the spreadsheets and the bots. So you have some time for it. And then you have Kieran as well today, so I hope you're gonna enjoy both of the streams, guys, from them. And I'm gonna go and burn some meat, I guess. That's the best thing what to do right now, because it's getting cold, a little bit. I mean, it's still fucking warm, but still 20 degrees. But it's better than in afternoon. Anyway, guys, thank you very much. Appreciate it. And I will see you Sunday on the flip side. See ya.